prior starting, which one? You know now the backstory. Which one do you want?
Green one.
Green one.
Why? You're more angry.
No, I'm not. I'm relatively very calm person. It takes a lot to get me stressed out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Indian in his DNA.
Yeah. Try to have it close to your mouth as a dildo, as you said. Yeah.
Can I take a picture somehow?
We will be like this. Be like.
Wait, is it really? It's not in your face. So how come it has to be that close in mine?
I will have it.
I
Close.
feel like we're in like an 80s boy band.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like this. Or do you have a good? Would you like a good pose or something?
You
like,
can try many.
What is this picture for exactly?
When
thumb-
somebody
when someone-
clicks the video, the picture that's gonna be shown.
Yeah. Right, okay. So
It has to be good.
we could just be very serious.
Okay.
Are we going to keep this on while we're talking?
If you want, yeah.
Uh,
If you want to.
do you want?
But you have to be cool. When you get angry, you have to put them on.
I'm not going to get angry.
No.
Okay, when
Yeah.
you get a little bit
I mean,
of-
we don't have to, but if you want, it's fine with me. Up to
No, I'm going to take them off because I think
Okay.
my eyes will give a better expression.
Okay.
But no, those sunglasses. Do you want to see me wearing
you.
them?
No, it's
you
fine.
You always look great.
Yeah, but we can't. We can't have a conversation and with these on seriously
No.
because
Yes,
it's
exactly.
weird.
At some point, you will see Christos say, "What you're doing."
Okay, that's fine. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Parody of Reality. As you can see, us now, because I have a better lighting in the studio. Finally, we'll do some improvements. Today I'm very
What if
calm.
they don't see us?
That's fine. That's fine. For you that you don't see us, go check on YouTube to see us. Get an extra view as well. Worth trying. Today I'm very calm because later on we'll be aggressive because the topic that we have to do with my friend Mani here today, it's very in a thin line. Hello Mani. How
Hi,
are
Chris.
you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
You are very welcome. How have been your? Should I ask what? How have been your recent couple of days, or should I ask like prior, like those 3 days? How was your days? How were you?
The last 3 days. Up until Sunday, everything was pretty good.
Yeah.
The only thing that was questionable about
Yeah.
Sunday was the flight situation.
The weather, was it the weather?
No,
Like
the
the
weather
biggest
doesn't bother me.
concern.
The weather's never bothered me. There's no,
We live in the UK.
yeah, you can't. There's no point complaining about something you can't control.
Yeah.
So we don't worry about the weather. However, we did have a bit of a drama with
Yeah.
a certain airline. And
I want to ask, like, why aren't we on holiday right now?
this is a good question.
Yeah.
Chris?
Why are look my clothes?
Yeah.
I put my summer clothes. Yeah. My summer watch. My flip flops for the win.
Yeah.
Why aren't we on holiday though?
This is a good question, and you know what was even more annoying? Is that I got an email earlier today saying it's almost time for your holiday, and I thought, well, it wouldn't have been if we'd have gone yesterday like we planned to.
I mean, I should be on the sun. Well, not sun right now. I should have like my fair amount of sun today, like,
Yeah.
isn't it?
You could do with some sun. To be
Yeah,
fair.
I will.
I could do with
need-
some sun. What do you think?
Well,
No.
you don't even need
you
a
always
sun
do.
cream or something. Yeah, like you are already tanned enough. I mean, I need some more. But what happened there? Like I haven't understand yet. A lot of messages going back and forth. I know that our flight have been cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall you inform the viewers?
So basically, me and Manny, we were supposed to go on holiday to a very, let's say, place that attracts a lot of people.
Yeah. No, it wasn't exotic. It was
Yeah,
cultural. I would
yeah,
say it's
cultural, yeah,
cultural
like-
place.
So where
So,
were you trying to go?
Spain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spain.
I was practicing my,
Spanish.
well, yes, better than previous time. And we are not going eventually because our flight have been cancelled for no reason.
I don't actually even know what the reason is, to be fair. They just went, we're sorry, your flight's been cancelled. I think the pilot decided, I'm not coming into work today.
Can you imagine?
And he's thought, I can't have any holiday, so
Yeah.
none of you lot can either. That's
Yeah, but
what I think's happened.
If we knew that, wouldn't we be invite him to come with us? Yeah. It's still better than sitting here. It's raining all day as well. Like, we
I don't
couldn't
think
do
he was
anything.
given the option. That's why he thought, if I'm not going, no one is.
Oh man, what a mentality though! What an attitude! Though,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's not good. It's not good.
Oh man, why you think it is? Is it like a common thing though? Because it was a budget company. For those that they don't know, we won't say the names.
No, we're not mentioning any names. I think,
But,
personally,
you know.
now, I'm going to be constructive. We're not going to,
Yeah,
just, it's easy to be just like that,
yeah. That's why one of the reasons I asked you to come.
Come on.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
all the other people they were like swearing
Yeah.
all day long. Like
Yeah.
I think the most common words was like, you don't say them normally. Very harsh words.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what happened. Like if you're traveling with, we can say some colors though. Like
Yeah.
some,
It's
like,
a,
oranges
there's
with whites,
yeah,
with purple
it's a nice,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah. They're a budget airline, and don't have a problem with the budget airline,
Yeah.
but I'm quite happy to pay more money as long as we actually get to go on the plane.
Yeah, like
That would work.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so if they want to make it a cheap flight and then at the last minute go, we're not actually going to go anywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that was the case? Like, or is that the most that makes sense? Let's say the thing that makes the most sense, like the fact that we want to make more money. So instead of, because the flight, I think it's be done. Our flight, it went to Spain.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
You see,
no,
I
I'm
refuse to believe
sure.
that, because that's going to give me a bit of rage, Chris.
Is it?
Yeah, because I don't understand. It's almost like they went, these 7 people, we're not going to let them on, just for the fun of it.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of sure.
Do you think so?
Because,
How are you
yeah,
sure?
I checked.
Are you serious?
Yes.
See, I didn't want to check because it was gonna really get me stressed
I
out.
checked and I told nobody.
Oh, you didn't tell anyone? I like the fact that you did that.
No.
All right.
Now they will
Right.
learn about it in
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah. I don't know why they would do it. What I don't understand is if they were going to do it, why didn't they do
Yeah.
it like 4 days before?
Yeah,
Give us
yeah,
some
yeah.
kind of time to, make arrangements, because doing it a day before we're going,
Yeah.
it's a little bit horrible, isn't it? It's not very nice.
Yeah, you are a person of schedule. Like I can tell that.
Yeah.
I mean, you are from India. This is like a classic
Indian trait.
Yes.
Do you think so?
It is. Like you have to be smart, work hard, and be
Dentist,
on
doctor,
time.
accountant. It's
Exactly.
only one of the. I'm none of those, by the way.
Yeah.
Speak with a certain
but-
accent also.
Yeah.
But you don't have this.
I will.
I
cut
can have
that.
this accent anytime I want. Yeah, but
And also, they are very hard workers. Like all the, I know you work very hard, and I know other Indians that they work like as well extremely hard. So
we love money. That's the problem.
I think yes.
Yeah.
You love yourself.
No, not well. That too. Sometimes
We love money.
it's important to love yourself, I think, but it's not. I don't love money, but
Nah.
for me, it means freedom.
Yeah.
That's what I like. So that's why if you
Yeah,
want the
yeah,
freedom,
yeah.
you need to have the money.
You have what comes with
Exactly.
It
money.
gives you the freedom to fly to Spain.
No,
Or
see,
not.
and this is another reason why I think we need to have money, so we can get our own plane.
Yeah.
And one of us should learn how to fly, and then we won't have this problem anymore.
I was thinking to start doing
Pilots.
flying. Yeah.
Pilot's license.
It's a bit expensive.
It is. But then if we all chipped in and we could all share the plane,
Yeah, that would be ideal.
that would work, wouldn't
mean, imagine like we how airports are being like so dickheads. Like you have to spend like 3 hours, like from the moment you go there until the moment you fly.
Yeah.
Spend like 3 hours.
Well, it's funny you said that, right? Because if do you know how long a flight to Amsterdam is?
An hour and
No,
2 hours.
No.
30 minutes.
45 minutes.
Is yeah.
Yeah, the
Amsterdam
actual
is-
air time is
Yeah.
less than waiting in the airport.
Yeah, like, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like in this day and age when everything is so quick,
Yeah.
I mean, you can have anything delivered to you the same day,
Yeah.
you know. But when it
Same
comes,
people.
yeah, yeah. But it's like when you want a refund. This is a good one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So, if you want a refund, let's
Yeah.
just say, for example, a friend of mine booked tickets to go to Portugal with a certain
Okay.
airline, orange colours. Yeah, with a certain airline, and they were told their flight has been cancelled.
Yeah.
You can either book to a new flight or refund.
Yeah.
So she went, I'll have a refund. Refund takes 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a little bit confused here. They can take your money straight away for
Yeah.
the flight within that space that you click,
Yeah.
accept, whatever you do. But
And
it
you
takes
see
them
your
3
man like-
weeks to give the money back. This is like me saying to you, Chris, get in your car and drive up that road.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take you about 5 minutes to drive up the road, but you can't drive back. You'll take
Yeah.
in 3 weeks you can drive back.
Wow, that's a lot of time for me.
Yeah, and you'll be like, yeah, but it's the same thing. We just
Yeah.
and this is how the money moves. But for some reason, for the money to come back to us, it
Yeah.
takes 3 weeks. But for them to take it from us, 2 seconds.
That's a very interesting
It's
thing.
very
Like,
strange.
I-
And you know, when you ask somebody this, nobody knows the answer. It's like this mystical question that nobody knows the answer to. It's like, why does it take so long to have a refund? You know, it's admin.
wow.
Well, admin, okay, but for me, admin means someone doing administrative work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means a person doing paperwork. Okay, so that person that you're paying to do the admin,
Yeah.
why is it taking him 3 weeks to do that job?
Do you think is it because a lot of people claiming their money back? I mean,
No, I don't think so. I think they just like to hold on because I think what they might want to do is people will just get bored and go, no, I can't be bothered to wait. So they have that little hope.
yes.
You know, if someone's like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't be bothered, or they forget about it.
It's
You know?
if you think now that you are saying it,
You think that they are that evil?
There's a lot of
possibly
things
they-
I've been thinking after these last 2 days.
I mean, you can like subscribe to everywhere very easily. Like they will take your money, they
Yeah.
will take, and then when you want to cash out, they ask you all the IDs, all the proper documents.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure you want to cancel? You have to phone us, and then after you phone us, we'll give you a code, so you will put it on the system. And when you do this on the system, then you will text the support guys to release
Make 20
your money.
push-ups.
Like,
Yeah. And also, there's a fee. You have to pay a fee to have your own money back.
I mean, with all those processes,
Yeah.
it makes sense to have the fee eventually, like all the other
Of
things.
course, yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
But then, this is another thing that confuses me. Why do you have to pay a fee on something you've already paid for? Because again, and then if you ask the question, they go, it's an admin fee.
Yeah.
You've heard of that, haven't you? When you're renting a place,
All the
you have
time.
to pay an admin fee. So I'm paying someone a fee for doing a job that they're getting a salary for and get paid hourly for anyway.
yeah.
That will be like me going to work and saying to my boss, I know you pay me a salary, you know,
Yeah.
like whatever I earn a year, but I'd like you to pay me a fee as well just for turning up. That's exactly what that sounds like.
Yeah, we should start doing that, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to ask my boss that and see what he
Did
says.
you?
No,
Okay,
I
you
don't,
should-
but I'm pretty sure he'll go or something.
You
like
will
that.
be like,
Yeah.
you see the door there? It's very
Yeah, it'll be like,
nice,
don't let
eh?"
it hit you on the way out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it will take you 3 minutes to go there, but you will take a couple of weeks to come back.
But isn't it weird, right? How in this day and age, you could drive down London in a bus lane,
Yeah.
right? And they'll take a picture of you and your car
And your
and
face.
post it to you in 24 hours and go, you were driving at this point, at this
Yeah.
time, on this day, £100 fine. And they can do that in one day.
Yeah.
It'll be, next day it's in your doorstep. Yeah? But if you want a refund for anything, 90 days.
No. Yeah, also if you know, actually that's very interesting. Like, I got a fine for passing a bus lane.
In London.
No, in Coventry.
Oh,
Even
okay.
worse. I thought that who pays attention
Maybe,
in
yeah.
Coventry anyway?
Nobody goes to Coventry.
Yeah. I mean, like, I saw some cameras, but I thought it was for the criminals. Apparently it's for the cops. And what happened was I was driving with my car and I have in front of me a bus. And this, we have a roundabout in front of us. Yeah, it's a very tricky place. And basically, you go straight and you go in the roundabout and you go out. Yeah. But this roundabout specifically, it had a separate lanes. Like you, prior to being in the roundabout, and don't imagine that it had like something that closed the two lanes. Yeah, it was basically a line that says go straight or go left.
Right.
So avoid the roundabout basically. And but I wanted to go straight. Yeah. Which makes sense. But apparently what they did is this line, they have it like fully white painted straight, and then it had like a bus lane written on the streets, on the street down.
Okay.
So basically to go straight, only a bus could go, and for you to go straight, you had to go left, do the roundabout outside of this roundabout, and come in from the left side of the roundabout to go left. Yeah,
Right.
so instead of going straight in like 1 second, you have to spend 1 minute on the other roundabout.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't know, of course, and I was following the bus. So the bus goes straight, and I'm like, I want to go straight. I will follow the bus.
Yeah, which
I
you
didn't-
would, because
yeah.
it's just common sense to do that. Yeah.
And I haven't seen the
stop.
bus lane, yeah, because it was the bus in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The bus was blocking the bus
yeah,
lane.
yeah, exactly. Like because it was only on the street.
Right.
So I receive a fine, of course, and I'm like, sometimes I'm speeding, maybe,
Right.
sometimes, but I kind of know where I should and where I should not. And I was thinking, like, where did I caught that? Like, it doesn't make any sense to get a fine. I'm like careful
Yeah.
because I drive consciously, guys. Safe driving, of course, we support that. And so basically, I open it and I see a fine for a bus lane, and I'm like, what? And I check the picture, and as you said, it was the picture that they chose is exactly the picture that shows my car just covering half of the bus lane
Yeah.
stamp that had on the bottom, yeah, and no bus at all was being seen. So basically, they took all the frames,
Right.
yeah,
just
and they
showed-
send me only this one that
Yeah.
the bus is not visible on the photo, and I am visible that I am on the bus lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they had it like 3 frames earlier or 2 frames earlier, you could see the bus covering all the bus lane stamp, so it wouldn't be proved, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But they sent me only 1 frame, this one, like fuck you, and I'm like, what an idiot, what a psychers. And I, of course, I said that I didn't know, it was a mistake, and it wasn't because I think they have supposed to. I read that they have like signs
Right.
prior to, not only the stamp is not enough, they need to have sign as well,
Right.
that it's a bus lane for you to know.
Yeah.
And I challenged that, and they said to me, we will reply you. That's the fun part, because they said to you, from the moment that we charged you, you have like 15 days to pay
The fine.
the fine,
Otherwise
which
it
is
goes
will be
up.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Otherwise it goes up. And then it's like you can challenge it, but if they will refuse it, you have to pay, or otherwise it will be charged to pay more because you are challenging it.
Yeah.
So I challenge it, and they say we will reply to you in 17 days. Which is I'm passing my,
Yeah. Yeah.
either pay half now or you're definitely,
definitely-
pay
yeah.
at least 100. Like, I'm like, what the fucking idiots? Like, this should be renewed since I challenge it. It means that, why do you cut me the
Well,
option? Like,
no.
it's kind of blackmailing
Yeah.
You can
To
pay,
pay.
it and get a refund after.
You will never, that's the thing, they
You'll
don't
never get a
refund.
refund. They
They
won't
never
refund it.
refund
If you
you.
paid it, that technically means you've admitted to the fault.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one, Chris, because you can actually, what you should do when you is write in the covering letter,
Yeah.
can you please freeze the fine while this is being disputed?
Yeah.
And they should do that. And then once it's resolved, then they decide whether you should be paying the fine, which will be at its original format because you're disputing it.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, how much is it? 50 quid?
Yes,
Yeah,
and then
but
it
it's the
goes to
principle.
100, and then
Yeah.
goes to 200.
Yeah.
But it's not. Yeah, but think about it. Like if I pay, for me, £50, let's say, it's an okay fine to pay.
Well, it's not, because the principle of it is that you weren't aware
Yeah,
of it.
but I wasn't aware. Why should I pay something that technically it's half of their fault as well, not providing the 100% proper way of signing
Yeah.
the area?
Do you know the best way to get out of these fines? I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm not sure
Okay.
I should, but I'm going to tell you. Right? Is if for your this certain situation that you've got now,
Yeah.
if you challenge it and they challenge it again, and then you challenge back, and it goes back and forth, there's a person on that side that doesn't want to do the paperwork.
Yeah.
He's going to get bored, and he's going to go, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to write this off.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got to be patient and just be like,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
another letter, and
Yeah.
they'll send you one back. Read
Persistent.
that. Exactly, right? Because remember, at the end of the desk is some agency worker or someone who's having a bad day and doesn't really want to read loads of paperwork.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, oh, I'm not reading this. This is like 4 pages.
No, he's going to be.
And he's
oh,
gonna be-
him again.
Yeah, you see. So that's what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
and I've done this many times. I'll tell you a story. I've done this at Luton Airport, but
Okay.
I was completely in the right because I was dropping my friend to the airport
Yeah.
and we stopped. This is before the new terminal was built. It was the old style
Yeah,
airport.
yeah, I know what you
So
mean.
we stopped at the traffic light and he said, I'm going to jump out here. And I walked down.
Yeah.
So I said,
Because
yeah.
you have to go all the way around.
Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah,
Otherwise I have to
they
go all the way.
yeah.
So I stopped at the red light. 2 days later, I get a fine.
Fine for stopping to the red light.
But no, they did exactly what you said. They cut the picture and they didn't show the red light that I was stopped at. They just said you're in a no waiting zone. And I said, actually, I was stopped at a red light. So letter goes back. 2 days later, 5 days later, letter comes back. Unfortunately, due to our camera positioning, we've seen that you stopped at a no waiting zone.
Yeah.
And I said you'll need to recheck that. I was stopped at a red light.
Yeah.
Okay, so I kept going back with the same thing. Can you please prove that I wasn't stopped at a red light? So
Yeah.
eventually they turned around and said, on this instance, Mr. Chauhan, we are going to invalidate the fine. Please remember, in future, you cannot stop. But they're still
Yeah.
trying to tell me that I
Yeah,
stopped
yeah.
in a no waiting zone when I didn't.
Yeah.
But this went on for about 7 weeks before they actually gave up and said, okay, we're going to just forget about it.
Wow, that's so because they saw the guy jumping outside of the car and
Yes.
they were like, "Oh, you have to."
Yeah.
No, that's.
So you see, this is what I mean.
no.
So because I was persistent and I thought, okay, you want to play this game, I'm going to keep writing you letters. I'll just send another one.
Yeah.
So the person at the other end of that is going to be like, oh, this is getting boring now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to write it off.
But do they have access to the cameras to see that there is a red light?
I don't know
Yeah.
how that works, but because there was no way I was going to stop in a no waiting zone because I
Yeah.
know what would happen. I would get a fine straight away.
Yeah.
But I was at a red light, and I knew that for a fact. And there was other cars behind me,
Yeah.
so they can't.
Could you see the other cars, or it was just your
It was
car?
just
in the
mine.
front? You
It was
see, that's
nicely
what
cropped,
I said. Like,
and it just showed no waiting zone, and they zoomed in on that,
yeah.
and I was like, I'm aware of that, but
Yeah.
there's also a traffic light right next to that sign which you can't,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
you've not shown.
Wow.
So,
Because if they have access to the camera, they can clearly
Of course they
see.
can, yeah, but it's all about making that money, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about, for them it is a business. Fines are a business. This
Yeah.
this is just my opinion. It's not factual. Don't
Yeah,
take
yeah.
anything we say on this
Nah,
as facts.
we-
It's all opinions.
We
Yeah.
talk facts here.
No,
man.
it's not. It's
What are you
opinions. No, it's opinions. I think, it's like speeding. I understand the safety behind it,
Yes.
and there has to be some kind of repercussion if you're speeding. Okay, but it gets a bit silly when you get fined for going 2 miles over the speed limit,
Yeah.
because let's face it,
Yeah.
we've all done it. And 2 miles over the speed limit is not going to cause that much damage if you're a responsible driver. I can understand if you're doing 50 and there's a
Yeah.
school, here, and there's people living here, and
Walking
it's a
by
built
and
street, and you're
yeah.
doing 50. Then no, that's not acceptable, and that shouldn't be done. But if they're going to give you a fine for going 2 miles over the speed limit,
In the motorway, for example.
yeah, exactly, on the motorway.
Ridiculous.
So, yeah.
Really, that's very interesting story. Which basically, you see, you had that experience, and I myself, I don't know. Well, you live here like
All my life.
all your life, so
Yeah.
you know kind of like how this works. Me, I was completely unaware,
Yeah.
so I had to study, and it's not easy to find the information you need anyway.
No, of course it's not, because
And when they call you, they're like, "Oh, check our website." Like, what the fuck, guy? I'm calling you. Can you explain to me like 2 minutes? We're already talking.
yeah.
No, find it on the website.
But this is the thing, you see, because nobody now wants to talk on the phone, because everything's just read it yourself, which means nobody likes doing paperwork. So
Yeah.
again, it goes in your favor, you see. So you just bombard them with paperwork and say, I'm just going to send you loads of letters. And eventually they're going to be like, man, I don't want to do this. This is too much work. I'll deal with this one. This one's easy. He wants to pay. This one doesn't.
But makes sense. Makes complete sense.
But obviously, if you're in the wrong, then take the hit.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. If you're speeding and you shouldn't be, and you get caught, take the hit. But the bus lane scenario, nah, come on.
The thing is that I mean, I couldn't harm someone. I don't know why this is a bus lane, and it's, if you think that it's like a mile bus lane, no, it's like 3 meters. Yeah,
3 meters.
The bus lane is 3 meters because the roundabout is here, and the road goes like here, and originally it goes like this, and you go out, and it has a crossed line,
Right.
and then it has a straight line there, and basically you go here, like instead of it's just here, and then here is the roundabout, like after 3 meters.
Right.
Yeah, so basically I'm like, what? Because if from that roundabout, if you go out on the left side, you will be on the same line,
Right.
with the same line as me.
Yeah.
Because it's a double line roundabout. Like there goes the roundabout, and then it's next to you.
It sounds like that even the people that live in this country would have problems with that, let alone foreigners.
Yeah. But I was
So-
like, what? Yeah, it was very strange for me. And I think I didn't feel I was completely wrong, because if I would see bus lane, and also I had Google Maps in my phone, which Google Maps said to me, go straight.
What you like? Yeah.
Go straight. And I'm like, go straight.
Follow your heart.
Yeah.
There was once
Crazy.
a story about a woman that followed her sat nav, and it drove her into a lake.
For real.
Yeah. And I know that sounds absurd, but even I'm thinking to myself, no one is that stupid. Come on. How can anyone? I mean, there's one thing listening to technology, but you've got to start using like a bit of common sense and your own eyes. If there's, so the sat nav was telling her, because apparently the road was flooded, or I don't know what happened, but it was in the it was in the papers. But it literally drove her into a lake, and she just followed it.
You went into the lake.
Into a lake, yeah.
Oh,
She didn't
man,
stop outside of the lake.
No.
Just outside.
For
No,
real.
yeah. This is, and I had to read the thing twice. I thought, no, surely no one is this silly. No, come on. But then no,
You
apparently-
can do better than
Yeah.
this.
But it's amazing how we've become so reliant on technology
Yeah.
to the point where we stop using our own brains. So now nobody decides to do any of their own research.
Yeah.
Everyone will just go, I'll ask Google or no.
Yeah,
And if Google
yeah.
says run down the street in your underpants, people will go, I'm going to do that. No one will question anything
Not a bad
if it's on the
idea,
internet.
actually. Why we're not doing that?
What, running down the street in our underpants?
Yes.
The weather's not right for that.
That's yeah.
Maybe in Greece. Could do that in Greece.
I could do that in Greece.
30 degrees.
I could do that in Spain today.
We could have done that in Spain.
Fuck,
We might have got arrested, but at least we would have been in Spain and got arrested.
If is Google proof though works for me? Like I read it on Google.
What, you're going to say that to the copper?
Yeah.
To the police? That the Google told me to do?
Yeah. I ask if I can do it, and they say I can do it.
You know what? When we get there tomorrow, you can test this theory and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
If
If we go there.
No, we're going to get there. I didn't
Are
say
you
if.
sure?
Yes.
Now you got your holiday. Enjoy your holiday letter.
Yeah.
Now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's almost time for your holiday. Yeah.
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 How are you gonna respond if tomorrow we go down there and they say, you know what?
No, Chris, this is not even a thought in my mind.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm a big believer in whatever you focus on expands.
Okay.
So we're not focusing on the problem. We're going to focus on solutions.
Okay.
Right. And I'm telling everyone this when we get there tomorrow. Especially Abby,
Not even solutions. We are focusing
because
on
she's
the
always
fun.
because she's always assuming the worst case
Yeah,
scenario. And I'm
yeah,
always
yeah,
telling her,
always.
don't do that. Stop doing that.
It will happen more worse things.
Yeah,
to us.
exactly. So we're not. We're going to focus on the fact that we're getting on the plane and we're going to fly there, and it's all going to be fine. It's going to be sunny.
Yeah.
Going to go and have breakfast, and it's going to be it's
Super
going to be
good,
sunshine and
super
rainbows.
relaxed. Rainbows.
That's
yeah.
it, all the way. Simple as that. So I'm not even contemplating the fact that something's going to go wrong. It's not.
Do you think that budget companies do that on like making
purpose.
money on those things? Yeah.
You know, it's a tough one. It's the economy the way it is at the moment is not giving people hope
Yeah.
in or any trust, because everybody is now wanting to make money off someone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got all the pandemic that happened and all the money that's been lost because of businesses not being able to operate.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're now looking at ways of making money.
Yeah. That's scamming though.
It is scamming, but unfortunately, this is the kind of world we live in at the moment.
Yeah, like,
and we as the consumers are the problem, because we are conditioned into
Getting
buying
scammed.
everything. No, not getting scammed, because business is, there's a lot of psychology involved in business.
Yeah.
Okay, so if a consumer wants you to buy their products, if a producer wants you to buy their product, they've got to get in your head and they've got to get you addicted
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies know how to do that because of the habits we have as human beings.
The repeatability.
Yeah. So and they, it's like, have you ever noticed when you go to the airport, back to the airport again?
We are not going.
Yeah, we're not going to.
No.
Yeah, when you go to the airport, you walk through the duty free before you
Yeah.
go on the plane, and the reason for that is all the visuals,
Yeah.
all the perfumes, all the
Hitting,
alcohol.
Smells like
it's hitting you.
magical. There.
Exactly. So all of a sudden you're like, I need some aftershave. You probably don't need it, but you'll buy it. Oh, that looks nice. I'll buy that. You see, it's visuals, and they know how to get in your head. So because
I always needed a code. Doesn't matter if I go to Tunisia, but I need a code for some reason. I will buy a code. Like,
yeah.
who's not buying a code going in Tunisia?
That's it. Yeah. So because of that, I think, and because the industries now want to make money as much as they can, I think they will do anything.
Yeah.
And because have you ever heard of this theory where when you're booking a plane ticket, or if you're looking for a plane ticket,
Then all the adverts comes.
no, not the advert. It's like
that?
the algorithm. It knows what you've looked at. If you go again 3 days later to check that same flight the same day, the price will have gone up because it's seen that you've looked at it, so you're interested.
Yes.
Yeah, so you think, well, I saw that 3 days ago and it was only £55. Now it's £75. Not a big deal, but it's still, and if you leave it another 2 or 3 days,
it still
goes
higher.
up because it's then seen, you've looked at it again, which means you're interested in that flight. So the algorithms are set up that way in order to make you. So, I mean, that in a way I think is a bit cheeky. They shouldn't do
It is
that,
very.
because
it's very like, it's kind of scam. That's what I'm saying. Like,
because how many people now, if they're going to book a flight, they'll check one website, they'll check another website, and they'll
not
compare
many.
prices.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, the algorithm is being set up because they're seeing, he's checked that. Now he's checked another one. Now he's checked another one. This person wants to go to this.
Yeah.
And then when you go back again and you go, they're cheaper than them, I'll go back to them. They'll
Then
put the price up.
If you start going around, you're being in a loop then.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like, they're cheap, then we go back to expensive. They're more expensive. No, there is cheaper. Now it lost
So
this
what's the
one as well.
solution? Solution is buy the ticket on the spot.
Buy the ticket on the spot or buy your own plane and go whenever you want.
Yeah. Well, the second one's not viable, is it?
It will be very busy. We have enough in
you
the
can also
road.
pre-decide how much money are you willing to give. So if you see something that, if you say I'm going to give £50, when you see that it goes up and up and up, you buy it before it reaches £50.
You choose just destination, actually. That could be interesting, but you will end up going to
You don't
Scotland
change
all the time.
destination, but when you see it scaling up, you know when to buy just for yourself.
Yeah, but if you want to go there, you will have to buy at some point.
Anyway,
That's what you say. Like, yeah, that's very, very like. it gives you, they create you the need, and then they, because you want to not be scammed, they force you into this getting scamming yourself.
This is why the price, when you see it, you see, oh, £30, that's cheap. But then you've got airport tax, baggage, all of this stuff. And when that's add up, the actual ticket's like 65, 70, 80 pounds nearly. So you're like, so I'm not getting the flight for £30. But by then you're 3/4 of the way into the, and at this point you're not going to say no. And they know this.
Yes.
Again, because they know the habits of what people are like.
Every time I book flights, and because it happened lately to travel a lot, every time, like I press skip, it's the I don't want skip it is the hardest thing to find.
It's the smallest icon in the corner.
It's like you have like with yellow, orange, blue, big letters, insurance, extra baggage, luggage, food,
leg room, extra leg room.
No, it's a thing.
Next to the pilot.
Leg room is it's a thing now. Equipment, everything. And then you have like in the bottom left side with whitish gray colored letters. If you don't want, skip.
Yeah.
Or not even if you don't want. Skip with question marks sometimes.
That's it. Yeah.
And I do that a lot. Thankfully, I always travel with a cabin bag. Yeah, backpack. Because here is where I live. And when I go for business or when I go for holidays, I try to take the minimum to be efficient.
Yeah.
Because like normally what I stop myself from getting the habit getting a big bag and have it empty. Yeah. Or then that's the thing. Like I will be like, let's take 3,000 clothes with me, which I will stay there for 3 days. Why should I need like 6,000
no,
clothes?
you're not. Why would you do that? You wouldn't take that many clothes for 3 days.
That's what I mean. Like I'm getting the basics. I have like as big as possible with the regulations bag, so I fit them all there.
Squeeze it all in, roll them up.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
It helps. And then those like 20 quids that I skip there, I drink them beer.
What, at the airport?
Yes.
So you spend about 10 quid on a beer instead?
Not in the... I've been scammed. But no, because I buy them prior to go there.
Ah, okay.
You see, I stop to the shop, I buy them, because drinking a beer in the airport, it's a thing. British thing, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a stupid thing.
Is it, you think?
I think it is. Out of principle, I refuse to spend money in the airport because everything is overpriced. And there's no point. You know, why am I going to spend £3 on a bottle of water that's this big?
Yeah.
and then they have the cheek to say you can't bring your own water, it's too big.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen?
You won't buy from us.
Yeah. So I need to spend extra money on your tiny 100 milliliter bottle of water instead of taking my 200.
But they are like, I think they point out in our frustration of waiting. As you said, like we receive things in one day in our house now. Like I can order something now and tomorrow morning I can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that made me forget that when I was ordering back, like, I don't know, 3 years ago, I was waiting 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Now it's a necessity for me to have it the next day. So I have to go to the airport and I'm already filtered with, I want water, I want it now.
Yes.
End of story.
Exactly.
I won't wait 40 minutes to, which my flight will be.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't wait. So I think, that's all this is like, you have to be very careful lately with the choices. Everybody tries to kind of like take your money or overprice things when they can. So and that was a very interesting thing for me. That's why I asked you to come today.
Actually, you know what? I've just realised. Do you know why they make us wait around in the airport? Because you end up spending money buying the crap that they're selling there.
You reckon?
Because you think if you've got to wait around 3 hours, and you've got all this food and smells going on, you'll be like, oh, I fancy that.
Yeah.
So you end up going to buy a burger. I'm thirsty now after that burger, so you buy a drink.
Why not having a dessert?
Yeah, exactly. See, it's all like, I know it sounds a bit conspiracy theory, but I feel like, but again, it's if you think about it, it's the perfect business model, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? It's like me and my friends when we went to Amsterdam a couple of years ago. We do this as an annual trip because
Every year.
every year we get together and we go to Holland and we like go. So we went to Amsterdam, and we were sitting in one of the shisha bars,
Okay.
and I said to him, "Do you know what the business model here is brilliant? You've got drugs, you've got ATM machine, and you've got the other thing
Yeah.
when you get, after you've had the drugs
yeah.
and the drink. What happens after you've had drink and drugs? The next thing.
They are famous.
Yeah, and I said, it's all just here, like in a row.
Yeah.
I said the business
Whatever
models,
you want.
the government have just thought, I know what we'll do. We'll just put it all in one place.
Yeah.
I've smoked whatever I've smoked. I've got the munchies. Churros.
Yeah.
Get the churros.
Have some.
Have some churros. I'm thirsty now after those churros.
Yeah.
Let's have a few beers. There's a bar there. I'll have some beers.
Yeah.
Have some beers. I'm horny now.
How are
Ran
you
out of money.
doing?
No problem, man. ATM machine's right there.
And only cash. Only cash.
Exactly. See,
Only
and I
cash.
thought to myself, the business model is brilliant.
Yeah.
They've thought about it so well, how to get you in there, get you sort of get in your head and get you to start spending your money.
And I think it's so efficient that, since you talk about Amsterdam, it's so efficient that that it's kind of like addicted. So everybody wants to go to Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's become a place to
and now
check out.
everybody that lives in Amsterdam, they are like kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people going there, and it's hard to resist, as you say. Like, you have everything. Like, if you have your best night in your life, kinda, because everything was like smooth and no problem, and everybody was fun.
Yeah.
They are like, you want to go again,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Yeah, because it's left a memory in your head of a great
Yeah.
experience. So therefore,
Yeah.
you're like, we'll do
I
that
mean,
again.
a lot of my friends says like, "Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
We weren't able to walk, but it was great."
Yeah.
And I'm like, where is the great if you weren't able to walk? Like, did they rob you? And it was like, no, it's safe. So, which is an extra thing, like make you feel safe. So
Yeah.
we'll be like, I don't need, I will be safe. Nobody will rob me.
Yeah.
But if you spend all your money, nobody needs to rob you,
Exactly. It
isn't it?
doesn't matter. Yeah.
Like, if you spend like £1,000 in 3 days, 2 days, do I need really
Which
to
is
rob
easily
you?
done.
Easily,
Easily done.
Like,
You know.
you want to have the experience with the bicycles.
Yeah.
I had a look because it was fun. Everybody has a bicycle.
Everyone's on a bike. Yeah.
I went actually when I went to Amsterdam. I live in Greece. I'm from a village, so basically all the people have bicycles there because it's easy. Then I moved out to a bigger city. Everybody used to live with having bicycles because it's sunny. Because we are not the best of having bicycle roads and stuff.
Yeah.
But there are some areas that cars can go, so it's only for walkers, but bicycles go there, it's kind of thing in Greece.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the moment I step out from the train in Amsterdam, I walk out of the train station, I saw a parking. No, but I've been informed that I might be
You will get hit by a bike.
If I be into the bicycle roads and I be hit, they might kick me.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told. And I was like, oh, all the time next.
Yeah.
Yeah. I step out from the train station. I look on my right side. I saw a parking for bicycles. So I had that picture and I immediately thought, in my all years I'm alive, I haven't seen more bicycles than those I've seen just now.
In one place.
Yeah. Like in 1 second I saw more bicycles that I haven't seen like in my previous life. Like, it was crazy. Everybody had a bicycle. I'm like, how do we get a bicycle? And the person said to me, don't rent, since you come for 4 days, buy one for
Really?
£50. Yes, or 30 if you find one. Yeah, a really crap one. And even if they steal it from you, it's fine because you are going home anyway.
But have you noticed nobody there has like this top of the range mountain bike? Everyone's
No,
just got this
everybody
really
has
old
this.
style,
Yeah.
heavy like bike.
Everybody
Yeah,
has
everyone's
this.
just right. Even you see someone in a suit on one of them.
So
Someone's doing their
first
shopping.
time I saw
Yeah.
that, like, it was so funny to me. Yeah, like as you say, like full suit, like
he's going to a
tie,
business meeting.
Like he's the boss of the business.
Yeah.
And he has this
Little Miss
kinda
Daisy bike.
green kind of blue
Yeah.
bike going around
With a basket on the
front. Basket, having his laptop, and I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah. And because everyone's got the same bike, no one's going to steal it.
Actually, what I know is that you rent the bikes, so nobody steals them, not because they don't want to. Nobody steals them because they will identify it immediately that it's a stolen bike.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, because the company that they rent them, they have them marked, and they have them specific tires and everything. So it's very hard if you steal it and someone else wants to buy it. You can't buy it because they will see that it's a rental bike. So they might caught you, and it doesn't matter for the person that stole the bike. Yeah, if it's not in his possession the moment that they caught you, it's like you stole the bike. You know, I might buy the bike from you, but if they caught me, I stole the bike, not you that I bought.
Right.
You know, because there's not any proof for this. So kind of this doesn't help you of, buying stolen bikes.
Yeah.
That's why they don't steal it at all. So if you have your own bike, they will easily identify it and they might steal it. So you have to be more careful.
I like the culture there, the bike riding idea. I think that's good.
I didn't.
No, you didn't? No.
No.
I like the fact that they've all got the separate road for it as well.
They have actually...
You know, it's not like riding in London where you'd get killed.
No, it's crazy. It's very structural. And if you have a bike, you can literally drive anywhere in your safety, basically.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I like that idea.
But it's a good thing that they don't have cars that much, but the bicycle is massive. It's all over the place. I don't know. For me personally, I was walking. I thought that a lot of times
you thought it was a normal path, and there's you see a bike come by.
And it's imagine if car drivers are silly, bicycle drivers are behaving like car drivers, and it's even worse because you can't even hear them. That's the thing. Yeah, it's very quiet. Like a car, you are aware that it will be on the road.
Yeah.
A bicycle could come from anywhere. That's what I almost got kicked a couple of times. I almost someone hit me with a bike. It's a thing. I'm almost. And it was you didn't have the full experience. I'm is it hitting by a bike a thing?
An experience here, yeah.
Yeah, but and the police at Amsterdam is very good. Yeah, they don't work though in policing bicycles and stuff. They're policing more the people to be safe, not be robbed and stuff like this.
Yeah.
So,
I think Dutch people are quite nice anyway.
They are.
I noticed they're very polite.
They are, yeah.
And they're very relaxed. I wonder why. But yeah, no, they are. They are. They're a nice accommodating.
Yeah, I could live there easily.
Yeah, that's also with my friends and I go every year.
Yeah.
And it is a nice place.
Yeah, and I don't do drugs at all. Never done.
No,
so
I'm the same.
So imagine that all my friends were so annoyed with me. They were like, "You will have some," and I'm like, "No." They were like, "Why did you go there?" Which it's a completely different experience if you don't go for the drugs.
Oh, totally. I mean, we don't go for that anyway.
It's this city you can have so much fun with a lot of different ways.
That's it. Yeah.
It's very nice seeing. Anyway, we said some positive things, and we should be all angry today.
No, I didn't want to be angry because I realized something. These 2 days has taught me something, and this is something me and my son at home, I teach him this. I say we need to be grateful for everything. Doesn't matter if it's bad, because it's a lesson.
Okay.
So now, obviously, the last 2 days, I was telling myself this a lot.
All the time. Yeah. Keep calm, keep it together.
Yeah, on a serious note, there are bigger things happening in the world.
Yeah.
And a lot worse things happening. So our flight being cancelled is not that much of a big deal if you think about it. You know, it is what it is. But if you think, no matter what problem you've got in life, there's always somebody else that's dealing with worse. and probably not moaning as much. You know, and because we live in the UK, we are a nation of complainers. You don't know this yet, but you might have noticed by now.
I kinda.
Yeah, we are. You know, yeah, I will admit it.
The nation of complainers.
Yeah. So, but I'm aware of it, and I'm trying to minimize it as much as I can.
Much as you can, yeah.
And trying to look
That's
for, like I
good.
said, what you focus on expands. So focus on solutions, not problems. So I tell myself that all the time. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
That's today's moral of this talk. Is
Okay.
focus on solutions, not
And
problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solutions, or like don't make a big deal out of some things,
Even that.
because a lot of times, like, I mean, we could start moaning all day, about this, which some people did.
Yeah, yeah, they did.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we will go tomorrow.
Tomorrow's another day, Chris.
another-
And that's the way we've got to look at it.
Yeah.
Today is done. Tomorrow starts fresh. And we have to start with a fresh new attitude.
Yeah, yeah. Like for me, I kind of, well, when we learn about the flight, I kind of started laughing because
Because the amount of texts that were coming through. I haven't spent that much time on my phone in years.
Yeah.
That I did in that one day.
Yeah. So let me tell you what happened to me. Yeah. Let's see another side of the story. I woke up yesterday in the morning. I had some things. I made coffee. I ate breakfast. I'm like, okay, it's around like 1 o'clock. And I'm like, I will check in. I will do my PLF and I will be fine. So
Lastminute.com.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I've done all this like months ago.
Yeah, so everything will be fine. I had all the papers that I need.
Yeah,
I will just have to, put them all together. Finished. Start doing that. I had some problems. The website didn't load properly. The other site for Spain didn't load properly. I was like, you know what? It's fine. Everything will work out. Yeah. But it took me longer than it should. Yeah. And I was kind of thinking, as you said, I can be annoyed now, but let's not do it. That anyway, I don't need, like sometimes I don't need 2 minutes of my day to destroy all my day.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Eventually it will happen.
Yeah.
Slowly we will do it.
Yes.
I finished my documentations, ready to flight. I saved all the PDFs in my phone. 3 minutes later, I receive a text. It says, I receive a text. I didn't check it because I was doing something else.
Yeah.
And then 2 minutes after, my phone started ringing like, "Tutun, tutun, tutun,
Yeah.
tutun." I'm opening. What's going on? What's going on? Why is this all messages here? And I'm like, I checked the first one. Important notice, the flight is cancelled. I'm like, okay. And then, have you noticed the flight is cancelled? Oh my fucking god, the flight. I will kill them.
Oh.
Our flight. Oh, I can't believe
How
it.
can they do this?
Last minute, like,
I know.
everybody's furious. And I'm like, either I can be really angry right now.
just laugh.
Yeah, or just laugh about it because I just done it like 2 minutes after. And then
Yeah.
I have to rebook the tickets again, find out what are we gonna do.
Yeah.
Do we have to book a new place? Do we have to ask for a new place? Will they give us a hotel to stay?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh gosh. Yeah.
lots of the guys just start laughing. I'm like, you know what? It doesn't work.
No, it's
That
not,
it-
and this is it. You see, sometimes it's good to just laugh it off.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take my own advice here because yesterday I didn't do that. Yesterday I was like,
Oh,
but now when I look back, I think actually, you know what? In a weird way, it didn't work out too badly because if we'd have flown today,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't have been able to have taken my son and his mum to the airport.
Yeah.
So that worked out. So this is when I say look at the positive of what's happened, and that is the positive.
It is.
It sucks because we lost a day.
Yeah, and it sucks that you spend the day to day as well in the airport.
Yeah, exactly. I spent my whole day in the terminal.
Yeah,
Which is
it's completely silly.
Yeah, I felt like Tom Hanks from the movie Terminal. I'm just going to live in the airport.
Yeah, man.
You know?
I would always bring you some clothes, though. Don't worry.
No, you don't have to do that. I would have just robbed one of the shops. I just put them on and walked out.
Yeah, and that's I saw the parody in it. you know. And then I called you like, do you want to make a podcast as well? And you were like, why not?
Yeah, why not? It's actually helped because we've talked about it, we've laughed about it,
Yeah.
and tomorrow we can do the same again.
Yeah,
and
we will do it like way better. Like at least me and you,
yeah, exactly.
we will have that fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what is you think we talk about like not getting angry? Do you think that is the moral of our story or of our
The moral of our story
because we talk today, let's say, because we will wrap it up in a while, yeah?
Yeah.
We talk about scams. We talk about tricky airlines that try to scam you, which they call themselves budget ones, but basically you end up paying more through fines and inconvenience.
Inconvenience, yeah.
Yeah. We heard about like how some places do it right, like Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We spoke about business models and psychology.
Yeah. How do you think, what should be the moral? Should be the moral like
the moral is become self-aware
of where are you getting into?
Yeah. Don't get caught up in the hype. That's the moral.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't get caught up in the hype. And become self-aware of situations. And also don't try and get upset with situations that you can't control.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And you have to just accept it and go, like you did, just go, oh, well, it'll figure itself out. And you know what? That is a good attitude to have. To just say, you know what? It'll figure itself out. And normally when you do that, it does actually figure itself out.
Yeah.
But it's getting to that point of being able to say it, especially when everything around you is starting to
going crazy.
Yeah, it's going crazy, and you're like,
I need to be like,
I need to scream and
the need
shout.
of being part of the group.
Yeah.
The urge.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's I believe that's a good thing to keep in mind.
Also, one of the texts yesterday made me laugh.
Mine.
No, when Abby put, "Do you want the bad news or the bad news?"
Yesterday it was all about bad news.
And I was like, how much more worse can this is going to get?
Because I think she tried to call the people to make sure that to find basically a way how to go around that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were like thinking like we can do this, we can do that, and she comes back and
we were
said,
under the impression they were going to put us in the Marriott.
Yeah,
that was optimistic, wasn't
I
it?
was hoping that.
Can you imagine that? No problem, we'll put you all in a nice suite.
It would be holiday for me. I'm away from my house.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'd have been happy with that. I would have been in that shower for about 2 hours.
Yes,
making use of it.
Make my money.
Yeah, exactly. 2 hours I would have been in that shower with the hot water on full.
Yeah, it's and she comes back to us and she said, guys, nothing from what
apparently
we thought
we live
works.
too close to the airport.
Yeah.
Oh right, and that's our fault, is it?
It is, actually, yes. But imagine, like if you were way longer, it would be even worse.
Yeah.
But
I didn't fancy driving to Gatwick.
No,
that was not an option.
No, that's too much. I think 3 hours. It would be. You would spend more time, like almost a day, to manage to go to Barcelona.
Oh. Anyway, so we're thinking about good stuff, good things happening now.
Don't allow things that you can't control get in your mind.
Get in your head. That's right.
And ruin, like 1 hour of your day shouldn't
dictate the whole day.
Yes. Identify how you should spend your day. Yeah.
That's true.
I think that's what we should keep in mind. And also, I will get tanned eventually.
Me too.
I mean, I hope. Imagine if I go forget, I can buy those suntan.
You could
cream
put some,
tan.
you could put some fake tan on and see how that goes.
I will turn it on orange. What do you mean? You know what? I won't be like of those British girls that put this
the fake tan.
The fake tan, and they look like orange because they do look orange.
Yeah.
Let's face it. I know it's not something you want to say to the girl because she will be like, you're not getting any. I know how much you want to get some, but it doesn't worth lying that much. You look orange.
Yeah.
And with this like color, we will leave you guys. I hope you enjoy our It wasn't that ragey podcast, actually.
No, not a rage podcast. It's not going to be. If you want me on, we're not going to rage.
No.
It's a constructive
enjoy that
podcast with a message. We're
Yeah.
going for that.
So keep it calm. Unfortunate things will come to your way, and face them with a smile.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
From all us here in the Parody of Reality, have a lovely day.